right, everybody, live from the Zoom. We got J.I. the Prince, and of course, Bobby Trends. We're here.
Yeah.
What's up, Trends?
And we here, man. Listen, I'm heavy in the basement.
I like that hoodie, Fight Club hoodie.
Thank you. Yeah, now they got a lot of money for me, man. A lot of money for me.
That's hard.
They give it to me for free. You know what I mean?
And shout out to our special guest, J.I. the Prince. He's in the building.
Yeah.
Not in the building.
You for having me. Thank you.
Via the web.
On fire.
Hell yeah, no, too much going on right now.
First of all, I want to say fuck you to everybody that's been commenting on my hair, talking about my hair ain't done. My hair is done to the best of its ability. I be reading y'all comments and shit.
Listen, I need to shape up.
I didn't talking about your hair?
Yeah, they be talking about my hair. I feel my hair look okay. I mean, what you want me to do? I can't see a hairstyle.
I bet you it's the people with no hair talking the most shit. It always be like that. Oh man, the comments, people always got too much to say. They feel confident through social media. I try not to pay attention to it.
Speaking of comments, Trent and I was talking earlier, and he was telling me about you really just blowing up because of YouTube. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I had in 2016, I went on a TV show, and that kind of gave me a platform to run with. The TV show was with Jermaine Dupri and stuff like that. He had a little TV show. And then,
they had that contest, right? I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, 2016, I think. And then after the show, maybe a year or two, I took time to myself. I didn't really do anything. I wasn't really doing much. I was just going with the flow. And then I would say 2019 is really where I started to work. I met up with Gabi, and that's my manager, and we just started to work, get in the studio, put music together. I kind of came up with a plan as far as what I wanted, and I'm like, yo, let's just drop music. Let's just give people music that they can't really deny, and let's see what happens. I didn't really think it would take off the way it did, and then on top of that, I had certain records that I felt would take off, and they didn't. I mean, the Nimi record is kind of the record that everybody knows, the standard third. But I didn't think that would be the record. And it's funny because everybody always says that, you never really know what record it is. And I'm over
here. Some of the biggest artists have records that don't go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Chris Browns, all of them, they have records that we don't play. You know what I'm saying? Records that, they like the album cuts, but then they got the big joints. You know what I'm saying? Or they got records that they don't put out because they feel like they're not, the big record. But you're killing it right now, man. I seen you for the first time in Connecticut at A Boogie concert. You opened up for A Boogie. And I'll be honest, I didn't know, the promoter, Big Mike, told me about you. He said, you know this kid J.I.? And I said, no, who's that? He said, you don't know who J.I. is? He's from New York. I said, nah, I'm not sure who that is. And he said, we just put him on the show yesterday, and we sold an extra 1,000 tickets because of him.
That's crazy.
I was like, damn. I said, okay, so now I got to pay attention. And then he told me that you were really big on YouTube. So that's, from my reference.
That's dope. And it's dope that you're going on, you've done shows, the same bill with A Boogie. You guys have that same sound, that BX sound, which I love. I love it because it gives New York an identity. It gives the Bronx an identity. If that sound is where that sound comes from.
It's funny because I'm from Brooklyn.
Wow.
Everybody
think you're from the Bronx.
Yeah, I got family by Hunts Point. I got family everywhere, and I'm being Highbridge, so that's kind of why everybody thinks. I shot a video on Highbridge. One of my videos own shit. So mad people thought I was from the Bronx, but nah, I be over there a lot.
What part of Brooklyn you from?
Crown Heights.
Crown Heights, okay. Oh, you out there?
Yeah.
But that's cool. You got the BX influence. Ain't nothing wrong with that, y'all.
Facts. Of course, I love the Bronx. I really do. Because you know how it be Brooklyn, BX, they're always a competition and shit. I genuinely, if you ain't never been to the Bronx before, you ain't never been somewhere, you shouldn't talk about it. I'm in the Bronx almost every week. I love it. So that's my second home. You feel me? I can't complain.
Yeah.
The Bronx probably love you too, right? Them little shorties out there. Yeah.
I'm wiped up though. I don't really say too much. I play.
Nah, but they still love you though. They still love you.
Yeah, you know how it be.
And shout out to Gabi, because I must confess, I have to confess something. Gabi must have hit me 1,000 times about you. I ain't gonna hold you. about putting you on our Who's Next and like he's the one. And you know, sometimes with Gabi though, I have to put him on ice because when you call him, he take days to get back to you. But when he call you, he'll blow you up 30 more times so you will pick up the phone and be like, yo, text me, sis, text me. Call me, sis.
Yeah, it's just how it was. Before we got signed to the label with Interscope, he was doing the same thing with the labels. He was just like, yo, this is JR, tune in. Nobody was really, I mean, people, you can't really expect anything unless we release some things. He was just putting the word out, and then we just let months go by and we just worked, and feel me, everything just aligned perfectly.
Yeah. So you said you got a shorty, so I'm sure y'all quarantined together during this time.
Yo, you know what's funny? I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a little sick right now, so nah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I've been sick. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be real with you. I've been sick for like maybe like a month, 2 months, on and off.
Wow.
Like I don't know what's going on. Like I got checked, nothing crazy. Like I don't have it, but like I just feel weak. So I'm nervous because I don't know like what it could be, you know?
Yeah.
So, but nah, I just.
And then they checked you for the coronavirus?
Yeah, I'm good right now, but I'm gonna still get checked again just in case, because you know there's new cases every day. So I don't know. I'm just trying to make sure I'm healthy now and got anything wrong with me.
But you're doing like, good. You're being responsible. You're social distancing.
Yeah,
you're not having your girlfriend over. So that's important.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna front. I saw her yesterday, so I don't know. I'll be real with you. I saw her yesterday. I don't know. But now there's too much going on. The cases keep going crazy. Yeah. I'm just trying to, you know, just stay productive with what I got going on in my family. That's really it.
So you're in your own house right now? Like you still live with your family, or you like did you buy your own crib? Like
we in the process of that. Right now I'm with my mom right now. But I was trying to get a crib after I came off a tour. But then I was just around like going different places, and my manager was telling me I should get a condo before I get a house, because I'm just gonna be busy this time and third. But I don't know. And then this shit going on, so I'm trying to meet with a realtor, but my realtor out of like town right now, so I'm gonna wait till everything clear down before I get a house.
Yeah, don't rush. Just get keep stacking, chill, and don't rush yourself, because you don't want to like get caught up in something and you don't know what this economy is gonna be like in the next few months.
Do you record at all at home?
Nah, we got a studio in the Bronx. We just finished it. I was over there like this week. We supposed to drop the single this week. I'm coming with another project though for sure. I'm just trying to take this time to really cook up.
Okay. What was the first song that like went crazy on YouTube, like with like as per views?
My first song. Maybe like my Quiet Storm video. I did a remix to Quiet Storm. This was back when Prodigy was still alive. Because I remember he had like reshared it and it went OD viral on Facebook. I was probably like 14 around this time, 15. I think I had just turned 15. So that was like my first video that kind of went viral. And then from there, that's pretty much it.
Who do you want to do records with? I know you're so, new to the game, and your single is starting to heat up and whatnot on the radio. I'm sure there's a lot of artists on your mind that who you want to cook up with.
I mean, a bunch of people, like I've chopped it up with Tory Lanez, Little Durk. I definitely would like to do records with them. The Weeknd. And the Spanish artists too. I'm a big, like when it comes to Spanish, the whole Spanish lane, I'm a big fan of it. Like I don't speak Spanish personally.
But you're Dominican though, right?
Yeah, Puerto Rican.
Oh, Puerto Rican.
Yeah, so I'm just a big fan of it. Daddy Yankee, Ozuna, Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of what they got going on because it's just a huge market. It's a whole other market. But yeah, I mean Spanish artists, English artists, it don't really matter.
Yeah. To be able to do both. Well, you got Gabi. He know all of them.
So when I seen you at that show opening for A Boogie, are you like on the A Boogie tour, or you just happen to do that show?
Nah, they had the Mike had hit us up and told us to just come through, I guess. Okay. And he was just, I don't know, my manager had just told me mad last minute, like, yo, blah blah blah. They was looking for one more artist to just put on the slot, and they hit us up. So we just showed face to the CT show. It was like one of his shows, I guess. It was my first time performing 2 in a minute. So we just did that show, and then we started our own tour. We went on tour after that.
Mm-hmm. How are you handling fame? Like the more and more, you know, you are out there and the more and more music you're putting out, of course, you're building your fan base. How has that transition been for you?
I've always kind of like, the thing that helped me, I guess, would be the TV show, because it kind of gave me like a glimpse of what it was like to kind of get that type of fan base and get out there in the world. But like now it's kind of crazier, because it's just like, my problem is I forget that I'm the person I am, and I underestimate the amount of like clout I have, because I walk around like a regular person. I'm a genuine person. I don't really care about it. But it's just crazy when you're lit. Like I got people making fake posts, talking shit. Don't get me wrong, like the fan love that comes with it, the support, the people that listen to my music. But then, you know, people always feel a way to state that, they always feel the need to state their opinion and talk shit.
Yeah.
I just,
you gotta have thick skin for that, right?
Yeah, and the type of person I am, you feel me? I'll be ready to make phone calls like, yo, bro, who's this person? I'll be heated. But for me, it comes with life. I feel like it's gonna make me a stronger person, and I'll be able to take anything.
What was it like for you to hear your first record played on the radio?
It was dope. It was real dope. It's a dream come true, especially me. Like, I take music seriously. Things like that was a big deal for me. Like, just Hot 97 playing it, big deal for me, because that's what I dreamt of. I'm from New York, so I used to dream of that. And now the record about to be in rotation. This, that, and the third. Like,
it is in rotation. Correction. It's in rotation. Yes, and it's in a power rotation. Yes, it is in rotation.
So that's even better. Like, for real, nah.
So your record gets played like 10, 12 times a day.
Nah, that's amazing. I appreciate that, for real.
Yeah.
That means a lot to me. Not that ass. Like, I used to dream of stuff like that.
So now you can cheers. Bobby, put the Hennessy up. We can cheers to his record being in full rotation on Hot 97. Cheers.
Let's go. Time out. Y'all playing too much. Give me 3 seconds.
What you pulled out that cabinet? You got something you gonna toast with us?
Oh, baby Hennessy.
Wow, the Hennessy. You and Trends, the Hennessy. All right, 1, 2, 3. We'll do it again. Cheers.
Let's go.
Congratulations.
No, thank you.
I'm drinking white wine.
Wine? I never really got into that. I don't know. That's more like a classy thing, right?
Classy thing. Wow. Is that what you're doing, Trends?
No, we got too many.
Nah, he playing, bro. He playing.
Wow.
Yo, he cool. Yo, he playing right now.
We got too many bottles down here.
So how did it feel when you got your first when you signed on that dotted line with Interscope? Like how did that make you feel?
That kind of put like a lot of pressure on me, because at first it did, because I don't know, I feel like I had a lot to prove to the label. Like, I didn't just want to sign and like just fade off and shit, because I'm like they treat me like a priority. Like, I chopped it up with everybody, with the team. My vision is just as clear as their vision. Like, it's a team thing, you know. So the main thing I wanted to do was just make sure I was signing to a label that kind of cared about my future, you know. Like, I didn't just want to sign because they think I'm hot and that's it. Like, they really saw a lot in me. So I was nervous at first, but then I just saw how like they supported me. They came through to the I had 3 sold out shows in New York on my tour. They came through, showed me mad love. Like, it's dope. It's a family thing, you know. It feels organic. And I was nervous at first, but then I kind of wanted to do things independently at the same time. But it got to a point where it was just like, you know what, let's see what the label could do for us, because I'm sure there's things they could do that we can't do, and let's uplift everything and just take it to the next level. But it was dope, for real.
Do you have any artists that you look up to that like their style, or just like in general?
I'm a big DMX fan. Huge DMX fan.
Have you got to see him perform?
You said what?
You ever seen him perform?
Nah, online, not in person. Online, like I saw that. What was it called, bro? It was the Woodland. It was like a huge venue.
Oh, we have a friend.
It was huge.
Rich?
Yeah, Rich. We're not Rich. We have somebody to stand by.
Oh, damn.
I thought you told me to click in.
No. We waited 2 minutes. We'll come back to you.
That's how y'all had me. No cap. I'm over here like, where they at? Nah, but yeah. Forgot the name of the venue. That shit, man. He was I think it's called Woodland. DMX was performing in front of like a whole country. It looked like it was probably like maybe.
We're talking about what's that old school joint? The festival. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
right?
Ice Cube performed there too.
Yeah. Oh, it's killing me. I know exactly what you're talking about. But you saw the footage online.
Yeah, it looked like literally a whole country. Like it was crazy.
Go back to horizontal.
Oh, my phone bugging.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like a whole country for real. I was just like, wow, that's ridiculous. But I'm a big DMX fan and Big Pun too. I love Big Pun. Especially, yeah, definitely. Just for the Spanish heritage and what he was able to do. I'm a big fan.
Well, it's crazy because you look up to them, but you don't sound like neither of them. You got your own thing.
Yeah,
you know
nah.
So
you know what it is? I kind of, before I did everything, I really looked into like what was working in the city, like what did people like the most. And I was always singing, but it's like I kind of saw how the main two things was singing and drill. Like it's either drill or singing. So I just chose a lane, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just put my own sauce on it. But I'm a heavy like old school hip hop fan. I love when it comes to that. I started off like rapping. That's kind of how I started off, was battle rapping and stuff like that. So I was a big fan of that.
Wow, that's crazy because nobody really talk about your battle rap. You being a battle rapper.
But
I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to hear your like other music. You know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely.
I'm super interested in hearing what you got coming, man. And I'm good friends with Gabi, so I'm gonna call Gabi because I want to pull up to the studio and hear what you got.
Yeah, of course, let's do that.
You know, Gabi's gonna be pressing us. Come on now, you know, Gabi ain't gonna let us not hear his music.
JR, when I tell you the song, the one we playing was Nini, right? It's called Nini.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That song like is probably one of the when we were outside, one of the heaviest requested songs in the club.
Yeah.
So, word in the club?
Yeah, definitely. Exactly. You know, I spend a lot uptown. I be in Brooklyn too, and in Queens and all over the place. And it's like it was just girls in the beginning. Girls were asking in the beginning, but then the dudes started asking. I'm just like, yo, JR on fire, man. This song hit me up, man.
Thank you. Nah, that's another thing.
I think it's great that it's organic too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one thing we was like focused on too, like coming up with a club record. We needed just because we booming on social media, we booming on the streaming sites, we going crazy. We just wanted to go crazy all around. So we was looking for that club record, but that's dope. Just hearing that.
But that's a sample. It's a sample in that too, right?
Yeah. Best of Me.
Yeah, Maya.
Mm-hmm.
Best of Me. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
get met Maya.
I was just about to ask that.
Never.
Me neither, but damn.
That's dope. Now, yeah, for real. I think we got the sample cleared. I think Jay-Z heard it, so that was dope. But now, yeah, I'm just shit moving right now.
So you gotta tell us. We've been asking artists like, what are their like must-haves while they're in quarantine. So you have to tell us what's your thing, like the thing you're snacking on, the thing you're watching on Netflix. Did you go out and get all the toilet paper?
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. This is something I gotta have in general, but especially now. I gotta have Mary Jane with me to keep me a little focused. But Netflix, honestly, I feel like they've fallen off. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like they've fallen off.
You didn't get into Tiger King and Ozark?
I did, but it got weird. Like they started, cause it's just weird. Like the dude married like 3 other people.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. Like it's interesting, but then it just gets weird. Like.
Well, Joe Exotic was a pedophile and a narcissist anyway, and he was just keeping those young boys drugged up with that meth and weed and had them killing themselves. Like, it just got weirder. But each episode got weirder and weirder.
He's the first person to shit on Netflix.
Yeah,
I like that.
I don't know. I'm not like, for me. And then what's the other show? All American, right? All American.
You've been watching that? Somebody told me that was good. I haven't watched it.
They trash in football. I watch it, but they dirt in football. I can't watch it. Like, it's weird. Like, I was a big fan of the Get Down. Did you watch the Get Down?
Oh yeah, I saw the Get Down. But you like old school rap, so that was perfect for you.
So you probably watch a lot of YouTube. You watch YouTube? A lot of YouTube?
I be looking up fights on YouTube, just watching people fight and fall down. That's really what I'm into. Like,
oh my, watching people get beat up.
Yeah, and like the videos where they on the bikes and they fall off the bike or they somebody. I don't know. I'm not really into like.
But the great thing is you're staying inside, you're being safe, you're quarantining yourself, and you're doing all the right things.
Yeah. Nah, definitely I have to.
Is that the first thing you're gonna do when this is over? You're gonna go see a girl? What's up?
But yeah, now your guy be calling me. He need to relax. I don't know what he's doing.
I said, what's the first thing you're gonna do when you get outside when this is all done? You're gonna go see a girl?
Nah.
Nah.
I'm gonna take a trip. Yo, I booked a cruise and they canceled it.
Oh yeah.
So
you don't want to be on nobody's cruise ship after this. Hell no, bro. Hell.
Not a cruise though. I'm just saying vacation. I gotta go on some type of vacation.
Yeah, I definitely think a vacation is worth it. I'm sliding my stool on the floor, but almost fell. I think it's too much wine, Trends. But I think a vacation is definitely worth it. But I wouldn't do a cruise, man, because you don't know like how it's gonna be afterwards. Like even though China are starting to open up and allowing people back to work and stuff, but they're opening up in phases, and you don't know like how if it's gonna like decrease, or if we're gonna see a decrease, and to be in a closed environment with all those people. Nah,
you're right.
I'd rather take my chances and do a little vacation that I gotta fly to versus I gotta be trapped on a ship and then somebody's sick and the ship gotta stay out to sea for 3 weeks and stuff.
You know what a cruise remind me of? It just remind me of like a big projects that everybody's outside. That's what it reminds me of. There's somebody playing music and you can drink.
That's a cheap cruise, Trends, I'm sure.
I never
been on a cruise. That's what it made me feel like. Like I ain't trying now. And out in the deep water, I ain't trying to be out there.
Oh,
it's scary, but I'm telling you, like, I'm not sure if y'all ever went on a cruise.
No, me, I don't do cruises. I do yachting, which is.
She does yachting. Sorry.
Incredible.
Yeah. Yachting.
So I say that not to brag, but I say that to say there is
you didn't even say it regular. You said I do yachting.
No, there's a difference. You wake up every day in a different country. You have the privacy of just you your family.
I'm not gonna lie, I never heard of that. I didn't know y'all could do that.
Yachting, yes. Google it. Wow. It's nice. You rent an entire yacht.
She's different, man. She's different.
It's amazing.
I gotta get into that.
And I jump from the top of the boat all the way into the ocean, middle of nowhere. I have no fear. I jump right in.
You know what I do? I turn the sprinklers on in the lawn and I just run outside in the
that sounds more scary.
He still runs through the fire hydrant uptown. He's still doing 6 at Grand Concourse running through the fire hydrants.
I graduated from the fire hydrant to the lawn sprinkler.
Okay.
Nah, I be like that for real. Nah, for real. I remember when I used to wake up and I saw the fire hydrant open and shit. I'll be hyped. Like I know what today is. I know what to expect from today. But cruises are dope. But yeah, you're right. You got a point. I'm gonna probably just take a break after everything clears up and just calm down. Cause I know everybody's gonna be hectic and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, listen, we thank you so much for joining us and hanging out with us. And be safe during this quarantine. Enjoy yourself, but be safe.
Of course, y'all too. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
All right, y'all.
All right. Bye.